What if a military research unit didn't test weapons on dummies, but on living people? What if some of the worst crimes of World War II were never punished, only hidden? This is a true story of Unit 731. In the 1930s, Imperial Japan built a secret complex in occupied China. Officially, it studied disease prevention. In reality, it became a human testing ground. Prisoners were stripped of names and called logs. What happened to them was routine, not rare. Doctor performed live dissections on conscious prisoners. Organs were removed to observe how illness spread inside the body. No anesthesia was used because pain was believed to affect the results. If a subject survived, they were killed afterward. Others were used for biological weapons testing. Prisoners were deliberately infected with deadly diseases. They were forced to drink contaminated water. Researchers timed how symptoms developed and how long death took. These experiments didn't stay inside the lab. Japan later released disease-carrying insects over Chinese villages. Entire outbreaks followed. Tens of thousands of civilians died. Then there were the freezing experiments. Limbs were exposed to extreme cold until frozen solid. Researchers tested different thawing methods to learn how soldiers might survive harsh winters. The damage was permanent. Some prisoners were used for weapons testing. Different firearms were tested at various distances. Explosives, fire weapons, and chemical agents were studied, not on models, but on human beings. By 1945, as Japan faced defeat, Unit 731 was destroyed. Buildings were blown up. Records were burned. Prisoners were killed to erase evidence. But the most disturbing part came after the war. The scientists responsible were never put on trial. They were given immunity in exchange for their research data. So ask yourself, if knowledge was valued more than justice, if crimes on this scale could be quietly forgiven, how many chapters of history were never meant to be read? And what else disappeared, not because it didn't happen, but because it was too inconvenient to punish?